Coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News starts with breaking news.
We begin our newscast today with breaking news. Columbia Police announced this afternoon it has identified and arrested the parents of an infant found dead in 2019. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Emily Spain. Thanks for joining us. Police also identified baby Doe as Simone Daniels and believe she was 4 to 5 months old. Today, officers arrested her father, Stefan Fountain, and her mother, Lavasha Daniels. Fountain is charged with first-degree murder and abandonment of a corpse. Police arrested him in St. Joseph. Daniels is charged with abandonment of a corpse and child endangerment. U.S. Marshals arrested her in St. Louis. This is video from that scene in August 2019 near McKnight Tire off of North Providence Road. Officers say employees of that business called police after finding a small backpack inside a tire with decomposed human remains. After nearly 3 years of working to identify baby Doe, detectives say they finally have answers. KOMU 8's Madeline Herbert was at today's news conference. She joins us now live from near where investigators say they found the clue that solved the case. Madeline.
I'm live outside the Super 8 Motel just off of I-70 and St. Charles Road, and this is where detectives say they found a letter detailing the baby's death written by the mother. Chief Jeff Jones said an employee found the letter in a lost and found. He says the employee recognized the details in the letter matched what police had previously reported about the infant's remains. That employee called police with the lead. Chief Jones says investigators believe the baby's father killed the infant at the Red Roof Inn in Columbia. He also says they believe the crime happened in 2017, 2 years before the remains were found near McKnight Tire. The chief would not say yet how they believe the baby died. He says detectives discovered the letter 2 weeks ago, and he says they are relieved they finally have answers.
It lifts a burden that they've carried since we discovered that this happened. So for us, I think it's a bit of a lift in that, but it's still sad. We're dealing with Simone, who didn't have a chance and couldn't defend herself.
Chief Jones got emotional when he said Simone's name out loud for the first time. He said investigators are also thankful that they can finally give baby Doe a name. He also says there's more information to come out about this investigation that they cannot release just yet, but we'll keep you updated on air and online. Live in Columbia, I'm Madeline Herbert, KOMU 8 News.
Our mission is to determine what happened, why it happened, to prevent reoccurrence of that incident in the future.
The National Transportation Safety Board is on the ground at the Amtrak train crash in Sheraton County. We have team coverage today on that crash and its impact on the Minden community. But first, let's take a look at what we know and what happened. Here's what we know so far. That death toll now up to 4 people, 3 who were on the train, according to the Missouri State Highway Patrol. The other person killed was the driver of the dump truck involved. More than 150 people were hurt in the crash. The train was traveling from Los Angeles to Chicago when it hit that dump truck and derailed. Again, the driver of that truck is also dead. A 16-member NTSB has since arrived at the scene. Amtrak says it will cooperate fully with the NTSB investigation. And just an hour ago, that organization held a media briefing on the investigation. KOMU-based Jaden Jactiani is live at Northwestern High School to explain what the NTSB said today. Jaden?
Today, 16 members of the NTSB were in Sheridan County to try and find out what happened and why it happened. We also found out today that a 4th person has died. The NTSB chair said survivors of the crash went to 10 different hospitals. The dump truck involved pulled in front of the train and caused the derailment. That truck is licensed to MS Contracting LLC, based out of Brookfield, which is in northern Missouri. They are going to be looking at multiple cameras to try to determine what happened and how all the cars derailed. The NTSB chair also says precautions they recommended could have prevented this.
And we made recommendations on technology in roadway vehicles that could alert drivers of the presence of a train on approach to a grade crossing.
Tomorrow they will have an answer on the speed of the train, and we'll also have a press briefing. Live in Sheridan County, I'm Jaden Jagtiani, KOMU 8 News.
Continuing our team coverage today, a group of Wisconsin Boy Scouts went to a hotel in Columbia following the derailment of that train. The Scouts played a crucial role in rescuing passengers from the train, and now some Scouts from Columbia are paying it back. KOMU 8's Haley McCormick is in the studio with more on the Scouts' role in this rescue. Haley.
Boy Scout Troops 12 and 73 from Appleton, Wisconsin were passengers on the Amtrak train that derailed in Minden yesterday. After escaping the train, they started looking for ways to help others. One scout shared this video with me from the scene. He describes the crash as unreal and said he felt like he was in a dream. After he realized it was reality, he started helping out others. Scouts provided comfort and aid to passengers who were hurt and making sure the elderly were stabilized. They also stood on top of the train, pulling passengers out and carrying kids back to their parents. It was a team act of bravery.
One of my first memories after we rolled over was the Scouts removing windows and being on top of the train, pulling people out of the windows.
The troops are receiving support here in Columbia from Troop 6, based out of Our Lady of Lourdes. The Scouts here providing them with clothing, food, and water. I'll have more on that story tonight at 6. In the studio, Haley McCormick, KOMU 8 News.
The House committee investigating the January 6th attack presented new evidence and safety concerns this afternoon, including some stunning new accusations against former President Trump. NBC's Bree Jackson has the latest from today's hearing.
A mystery witness unveiled during an 11th hour hearing. The committee investigating the January 6th attack keeping her identity under wraps out of safety concerns.
But thanks to the courage of certain individuals, the truth won't be buried.
Cassidy Hutchinson is the first former White House employee to testify publicly. She was a top aide to former President Trump's then Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows. She says he issued this early warning in the days before rioters stormed the Capitol.
There's a lot going on, Cass, but I don't know. Things might get real bad on January 6th.
Her testimony providing information about closed-door White House conversations in the critical hours leading up to the insurrection.
Where I remember Tony mentioning knives, guns in the form of pistols and rifles, bear spray, body armor, spears, and flagpoles.
Hutchinson testifying that the president and his inner circle were notified of potential violence and did not act.
I overheard the president say something to the effect of, I don't effing care that they have weapons. They're not here to hurt me. Take the effing mags away.
The panel making the case that Hutchinson is a loyal Republican concerned about damage to American democracy.
It was unpatriotic. It was un-American. We were watching the Capitol building get defaced over a lie.
A lie based on former President Trump's false claims that he won the election and used it to urge his supporters to help him stay in power. In Washington, Bree Jackson for NBC News.
More hearings are expected to take place next month. Coming up, another major step in the Jeffrey Epstein case. Here are the sentencing details. Plus, the death toll rises in Texas, where dozens of people were discovered in the back of a truck. But first, you're taking a live look over a very sunny Columbia Regional Airport. Your time is 5:08. This is KOMU 8 News, first at 5, coverage you can count on.